Well, it's no secret that political indoctrination is replacing teaching in many college classrooms. But sometimes it's useful to see just how bad the rot is and just how unimpressive the people involved are. Deeply unimpressive. Case in point, a professor at the University of Wisconsin has been caught diverting a course on the presidency into the most banal possible screed against the Trump administration. His name is Kenneth Mayer. He's a professor there, and his syllabus for the American presidency spends an entire paragraph ranting about Russian collusion and testimony from Michael Cohen and promising that other shoes are almost certain to drop, and lots of other cliches that college professors would probably be above in an ideal world but are not at all in 2019 America. McKenna Collins knows this well. She was a student in that class and has publicized the syllabus, and she joins us tonight. McKenna, thanks very much for coming on. Are we overstating this syllabus in its ludicrousness and just sort of doctrinaire Democratic talking points, or is that really what it was?
Well, it's good to be with you, Tucker. I got to tell you, I took one glance at the syllabus and had to double check and make sure that I was in an actual academic course and not in a course called Trump Derangement Syndrome 101. I mean, it was unbelievable, the amount of overt bias that this professor explained in what was supposed to be a course description.
But, I mean, it's not even interesting. I mean, this is like midday Sunday afternoon, third-string MSNBC guest talking point stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the part that rubbed me the wrong way, I mean, there were numerous things. First of all, it's an oversimplification and misrepresentation of what Trump supporters actually stand for and what they appreciate about the president. The complete lack of discussion about all of the policy accomplishments and achievements of the president, it serves to sway students to kind of form this certain perspective of the president that now.
So what if you dissent? So what if you say, look, I came to this class to learn about the history of the American presidency. You're giving me this CNN crap instead. Why don't you stop and just teach me what happened? What would happen to you if you said that?
I'm sure that I would be penalized for that, you know, and it's not the course that I signed up for. The course I signed up for was to take a critical, objective look at the history of the presidency of the United States. Now, if this professor is going to, you know, spew unfounded claims that, you know, have turned out to be largely false, I mean, this is something that needs to be addressed not only by the dean of students, acknowledged by the professor, but I hope that this, you know, shows students who are uncomfortable with this kind of bias infiltrating the classroom that they need to stand up and use their voices.
It's not even smart. They're not even smart. All the smart people, I guess, went into finance or something. They're all getting rich in private equity. All the dumb kids wind up teaching at the University of Wisconsin.
The political proselytizing is unbelievable, and it's not just me. Democrats and Republicans alike have reached out to me and said that this is unacceptable behavior, that the professor needs to acknowledge that he's wrong. Students have messaged me and said that they have had to, you know, change their opinions just to get an A in a class. So I'm certainly not the first person that this has happened to.
I bet you not. Don't hold your breath, McKenna. They've got tenure. You'll learn about that. None of us will ever have it.
Absolutely.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.